Have you ever woken up drenched in sweat or shivering cold because you can't get the temperature right? Well, I have, and I've tried fans, I've tried sleeping with the window open, and nothing really seems to work consistently. So when BedJet reached out and asked if I wanted to check out the BedJet 3 with the power layer, I definitely wanted to give it a shot. They claim that BedJet 3 is the ultimate solution for temperature control in the bed, but does it really live up to the hype? We're gonna check it out. And to be upfront, BedJet did send this unit out for me to review, but they're not paying me for this video, so all of my opinions are my own. Now let's talk about the setup process. Now, the actual BedJet itself is in a small box. It's nothing really to worry about. But if you're going to get the power layer, it comes in two very heavy boxes. Now, once you get it to where it's going to be, it's not so bad. It's just pretty much opening the box. It already comes fully assembled, but those boxes were heavy. I'm talking about almost 100 pounds each. Now, I have a king bed, so it's gonna come in a split setup. So it's gonna be two separate units for each side of the bed. Now, if you have a split king, it will be real nice for that because you can adjust each layer individually. But if you're like me, you just have your regular king mattress, you can program the power layers to adjust in sync, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, basically how the BedJet works is it pretty much blows either hot or cool air into a sheet. Now, it does come with a specially made sheet that I'll show you here, but it actually blows it inside the sheet, and it allows the air to be evenly distributed throughout the whole sheet, which is really nice. Now, for me personally, my favorite setting is the warm setting because I don't know, something about being in a warm, cozy bed is really nice to me. Now, as far as the cooling, it's not blowing like refrigerated AC cooled air in your sheet. It's pretty much like the same temperature that you would get if you were like standing right next to a fan. It is going to be cooler than your room temperature on average, but just so you know, it's not like refrigerated air. Now, we're talking about the heat. The heat can get pretty warm. Now, what I've found is there's a setting in the BedJet to where it only allows the heat to run a certain amount of time for obvious reasons. You don't want, to get overheated or have any other things happen with your bed. But when you're in the cooling setting, it pretty much runs as long as you want it to run. Now, all of this is controlled through either the remote, the included remote, which is actually a really nice remote, or you can control it through the app. Now, with the app, you can control the temperature and you can control the fan speed. You can set timers, you can set schedules. There's a lot of different variations that you can use inside the app. Now, the remote is actually really nice. It has a LED screen built in, which will give you a lot of good information at a glance. And it's the same with this that you can do with the app. You can control the fan speed, you can control the temperature, you can set your timers, you can set your programs. You also can sync this up with the power layer to where you can adjust your bed frame, so you can raise the top or lower your feet or vice versa to adjust the mattress to your perfect settings. The remote is really user-friendly. It's something that you can pretty much just pick up and have a good grasp on how to operate it. It's not too complicated, and it's also the same for the app. The app was really quick to pair to your phone. You can do it on Android or iPhones. So it's a very simple process and one of my favorite features. Most of the time I find myself using the app because normally in the bed I might have my phone in my hand already. But again, that remote is definitely an option. Now, this is the actual BedJet 3 module. Pretty much this is the unit that's going to be blowing out your air. There's minimal controls on this, but you're normally not going to be touching this. I have mine stored under the bed. As you can see, I'll have the air vent going up between the bed frame and the mattress, and it's very hidden. I think that's the best configuration because me personally, I don't want to have this box just sitting out in the middle of my floor. There is inputs on the actual sheet where you can hook it up on the side, on the foot of the bed, or the other side of the bed. So however you want to set it up, it's up to you. But I have mine set to where it's under the bed and the hose is actually kind of undetectable if you didn't know it was there. Also, something to mention, you can also get this in a dual zone configuration to where you'll have two of these units, and then you can have one set on one side of the bed and the other set on the other side of the bed. So if you and your partner want to have two separate temperatures, you can do that. That also can be controlled through the app or the remote. So if you have the dual zone set up, you can control it through that. They also actually even have a vibrating motor that you can add as additional cost. So let's talk about the cooling experience. experience. I said earlier that I like the heating mode, but realistically, that's not something that you can keep on all night. I find myself using the cooling mode the most. And what I like most about it, if you ever been in a situation, let's say for me, I like to take my showers at night before I go to bed. But sometimes you might wake up in the morning and you feel like a little bit sticky and feel like, damn, I just took a shower. I need to hop in the shower again. With this, you got that cool, refreshed feel that you do when you first get into bed out the shower. You will still have that in the morning. And I think, to me, waking up feeling fresh is probably my favorite feature of it. I don't feel like I need to hop back in the shower to re-wash up because you're waking up feeling sticky. You feel refreshed, you feel cool, you feel comfortable, and that's probably one of my favorite features. Now, the heating is the most comfortable for me, but like I said earlier, it's not something that you want to leave on all night. It doesn't even allow you to leave it all night, because in that case you will wake up feeling sweaty and sticky. But for like a short term, like if you're just getting in bed, so this is when I find myself using it the most. If it's cool. Now, just to keep in mind, I'm in Maryland. It's about 70s right now. So let's say if it's a little bit cooler in your room, when you first get into bed and you turn this on, that's the spot right there. So you first get into bed, it's cool in your room, you hop in real quick, you throw it on for like 5 minutes to warm yourself up. It'll really get you comfortable. Now, again, not what you want to leave on all night, but I definitely think a lot of people, especially if you're living in a colder climate, you're probably going to like the heating setting a little bit more than me. Like I said, it's only like 70, 75 degrees where I am right now at night. I'll see how it is in the wintertime. I might be able to utilize the heat a little bit more in the wintertime, but I'll get back to y'all on that. But for right now, I like it to where I put it on for like 5 minutes when I'm first getting into bed, and it definitely makes you a lot more comfortable, and it'll get you settled in a lot faster. Now, the unit itself doesn't make a lot of noise to where it will be distracting. Actually, I find it to be a little bit comforting because it has like that white noise hum that, like, of course you can hear that it's on, but it's not nothing that's going to be distracting or it's going to, stop you from sleeping. It has like a nice little hum to it. I'll put a little clip right here to give you an idea of what it sounds like when it's on. Now, the power layer, the adjustable frame that came with this, is actually really nice, and I really love the design of it. So this power layer can actually just lay on top of any existing bed frame that you already have. It's actually really thin, about maybe an inch or so. So you can actually lay this on top of any existing bed frame. Now, if you don't already have a bed frame, you're going to need to order the legs. Now, it does have like a little a slot at the bottom of it where you can screw in legs if you don't have an existing bed frame. But it's actually a really nice design how they have this set up to where you don't have to buy a whole new frame. You can just lay it on top of your existing. A really nice feature that they put on this, on each side of it, it actually has 2 USB-A slots that you can use for charging your phone, or if you're in the bed watching the tablet. Really convenient for that. So I've been using that a lot. I'll have plugged into the side of the bed with my phone overnight, and then lay the phone on a nightstand, and in the morning your phone is charged. One small thing that they thought about that they added to the side of the frame, which I think is a really good addition. Now, the power layer can be adjusted at the top. You can adjust the head of the bed, you can adjust the foot of the bed. Like I said earlier, if you have a normal king bed, you can sync these two devices to raise and lower at the same time. But if you have a split king, they also can be set up to work independent of each other. So actually a really, really nice feature there. So is it worth the investment? Now, the BedJet 3 is coming in less than $500 just for the actual unit. That's not including the power layer. This is just for the actual BedJet system itself. And at less than $500, I say is definitely worth the money, especially if you're like me and you spend most of your time in bed. That added comfort is priceless to me, and for $500 I definitely would recommend it. Now, the power layer, I honestly don't use the power layer a lot. It depends if you're one of the type of people that likes to raise your bed or raise your feet while you're in bed. For me, I don't use it much, but if you're one of those people that does that for the price, I think it works really well. I definitely love the USB cords on the side of it, but other than that, I don't use it much. But like I said, if it's something that you use and it's all integrated into the same system, I definitely think it might be something you want to check out. So if you want to check out the BedJet 3 or the power layer, I'll have the link for them down in the description. I'm going to reach out to BedJet to see if they could hook y'all up with a promo code or something to get a little bit off. But just look down in the comment section and see if I was lucky with that or not. So if y'all have any questions, just drop them down in the comment section and I'll be sure to get to them. So I want to thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Right here.